Scotty Miller in the open, makes the catch. Scotty Scooter Miller. The Bucks lead 20-10.
Let's go!
Steps up, scrambles, throws late, over the middle, incomplete. My goodness.
Kick it.
I'm a little surprised they didn't actually go for it on fourth down there.
3rd and 4 for Tampa Bay with the ball at their own 37. 4 yards for Tampa Bay to go to Super Bowl. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady are going to Super Bowl 55.
Love you, kiddo. Another Super Bowl, baby. AFC Championship, man.
They throw it left side to Hardman on a wide receiver screen into the end zone. Touchdown! The Cheetah will run you all the way around the earth. It's a 71-yard pass play. The Chiefs are ready to run it back. They are headed to Super Bowl 55. Mahomes, Brady, Super Bowl.
I'll see you on Tampa Bay. Oh, I love it.
All right, I promise we're not trying to give you any fear of missing out here with these beautiful shots of Tampa Bay. I mean, just look at that pirate ship. On the contrary, we're trying to make you feel like you're in the action of Super Bowl 55. And my buddy James Jones, well, he knows all about championship games and, of course, all about hot takes as well. So, James Jones, come on in, my friend. Man, I miss seeing your little extra flair around here, JJ. But listen, it's Super Bowl week, so I need to get your 5 receivers, your top 5 receivers in Super Bowl 55. So count them down for me.
Ooh, we got some big-time receivers in this game, and I'm excited to talk about this. Number 5, I'm starting off Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Chris Godwin. Listen, this dude right here, he put the team on his back last week in Lambeau Field, going up, making some tough catches, making it look easy. I was highly upset, but he is a baller, and with the ball in his hands, the way he runs routes, this is a guy who could be a game changer in this game, and Tom is looking for him on a lot of these quick passes. And then his brother from another mother on the other side of him, and Mike Evans, who you can just drop back and throw the ball up to, and he will make any quarterback look good. This is a guy that you don't want to put too much man-to-man coverage on because he can win those one-on-one matchups, even if he's covered, going up and getting the rock, just like you see right here. And that is not what you want to see. And then his best friend on the ball club, coming off of injury, coming back in the lineup, the guy he loves when he's out there on the football field with him, especially going deep down the field, and that is A.B. Antonio Brown. And we all know this dude right here is a bad man, and it's just the right time for him to get cooking in the Super Bowl with Tom Brady. This is a guy they better have eyes on. And then we already know what this guy did to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last time they played, 200-plus yards in the first half, and that is Tyreek Hill. And you better believe if you don't got 1, if you don't got 2, if you don't got 3 guys on him, you are not doing your job right, because this is what he can do. Short passes, long passes, he is absolutely special. And then his big bro, Travis Kelce. We all know, coming off the bus, what Tyreek Hill did. They are going to give him all the attention. And then this guy right here working the middle of the field, Travis Kelce, he probably looking at 10 to 15 catches because of Tyreek Hill on the outside of him, and he is going to be working the middle all game long. I got him at number 1 just because of the guys around him and all the attention they going to get. And this guy is going to rack up all night long.
I mean, it must have been so fun for you putting this list top 5 when both teams are stacked on offense. It's not even fair. But, JJ, I needed an extra set of eyes on this list. Irv, come on in here. What did you think of the ranking here by JJ?
Well, a couple things now, and certainly he picked the right 5. He just put them in the wrong order. And I'll start with crashing this. Dude, you cannot put the tight end first. That is not how we get our money up. We must represent the right side, which are the wide receivers. Now, I get that list. I put Tyreek Hill first because he's the most feared in this game. And I'm not just talking about it in the Super Bowl. I'm talking about it in the National Football League. I'll go Tyreek Hill first, Travis Kelce second. And then I'm going Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, and Chris Godwin last. But that's the order. I like the number, but the order is just wrong, Jay. I don't know how you put a tight end first, man. This is a
the only reason you mad I put a tight end,
boy, but he's getting that room because of Tyreek Hill.
Hey, the only reason you mad I put that tight end first, and it hurt me too, Irv. I'm a wide out too. But 1,500 yards for a tight end, put some respect on his name. He a receiver in a tight end's body, about to go to work.
Yeah, that's fair, JJ. I fear, but I get the switcheroo. Everybody's going to look at it in a different way. But, Irv, listen, it's one thing to hype him up, right? I want you to coach him up a little bit, too. What's your advice to the receivers experiencing their first Super Bowl?
Well, and it's funny because we kind of talked about this earlier. And our job is to run all day. That's what we have to be able to do. And I would tell them all, no matter what somebody tells you, you will not be prepared when you hit this game if it's the first time you are playing in this game. So you have to manage your mind and try to manage your heart rate, or you'll be tired within the first few seconds, because this is a culmination of all that you ever thought about. I scored my first touchdown. I promise you, I saw the goal line when I caught the ball, and when I got running, before I crossed the goal line, my knees buckled. It was like my body was saying, I can't believe we are about to do this, and your body will tell you this too. When you hit that field, I can't believe we are about to do this. Woosah yourself. Calm it down and manage your mind and manage your heart rate, and maybe you can manage and win a couple Super Bowls.
Oh, listen, Irv, that's advice for life, not just for the Super Bowl, but in this context, yeah, I hope they're paying attention. All right, JJ and Irv, thank you as always for bringing this in. Like that he didn't sell out his teammate, guys. He put it on himself there. All right, Super Bowl squad here, Willie McGinnis, Michael Irvin, David Carr, and James Stills. Let's get into it. David, I want to start with you because we are talking quarterbacks here. So let's start with which QB you would rather have with this game on the line. Is it Patrick Mahomes or is it Tom Brady?
MJ, this isn't even really that difficult. Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time. He's been in this game 10 times. He's won it 6. He's going to try and win it a 7th time. No one's ever played as good on the biggest stage in the history of our game, or really any other sport, than Tom Brady. So having said that, it's Pat Mahomes all day. I'm taking Pat Mahomes all day. There's absolutely no weakness in this man's game. He has the coaching staff behind him to create offense for him. He has the skill position guys around him. And there really isn't anything that limits him, because in any situation, backpedaling, you heard Tom Brady even talking about it this week. You know, his favorite attribute of Pat Mahomes is that he can take a 20-step drop and be 15, 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage and make any throw. So in that aspect,
that's that Belichick stuff, man.
There's gonna be situations in this game where it's not clean and it's not perfect. He's gonna have to make plays. So for me, it's Pat Mahomes.
Listen, that's that Belichick stuff, man, that Tom Brady was doing. You can't go for the old banana in the tailpipe trick. Come on, man. Belichick's been doing that forever. He told Tom that everybody is great when he gets ready to play him. Let me drop reality on you, because I understand why we all say Patrick Mahomes when we look with our eye gate at what he is doing and the numbers that he's putting up. It's insane. But numbers are for regular season. Letters are for postseason. And when it comes to letters, nobody has more W's than Tom Brady. W's and L, that's all that counts in the postseason. And Tom knows how to get the W's because he makes the right play at the right time when he needs to win a game. You even see in championship game, he threw 3 interceptions. Those interceptions were up the field. They did not affect the game, but he made the plays when he needed to make the play. He hit Scotty Miller on that touchdown. This situation, 10 times out of 10, I'm taking the man that has gotten there 10 times. And that's who I'm taking, Tom Brady. I don't know how you go with anyone. I hope Patrick Mahomes can do what Tom is doing. We keep saying that, but we don't know that that's going to happen. We don't know. Tom has done this with different iterations of talent. He's gone with different people and still gotten here. We hope Patrick Mahomes can do that when Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce slow down, but we don't know yet. Tom Brady is who you go with.
Irv, I love the passion. I love the way you talking and all that. I love how you pumping up Tom. But, man, let me tell you something. This man right here, Patrick Mahomes, is the baddest man on the planet. And I think you guys are looking back to the time of old. You just said if he throw 3 picks, he still, you want the ball in his head. No, sir. Tom Brady right now is not on the level that Patrick Mahomes is on. The ball needs to be in Patrick Mahomes' hands, game on the line. Super Bowl, Pro Bowl, flag football, it doesn't matter. The ball needs to be in Patrick Mahomes' hands. And another reason why is not just because of the arm, Irv. If the play breaks down, this kid is going to get outside the pocket and make some plays with his legs. And I'm not talking about getting outside the pocket and throwing the ball. I'm talking about scrambling, getting you 15, getting you 20, getting you 10, making some plays with his legs when the game is on the line. And that puts that extra dimension in his game that you have to cover. All his big-time receivers is covered, and this is what he hits you with. The game on the line, this game we talking Super Bowl. There's nobody you want the ball in his hands, Irvin. I hear what you're saying. I see the 6 Super Bowl rings too, Irv. It's hard to go against that. But Irv, right now when you get off this set, you're going to say, JJ Wright, I'm going with Patrick Mahomes with that ball in his hands. I promise you.
JJ, I love that, man. And I thought you would have listened to Irv as he was talking to you. Because when you played against Tom, you lost in Green Bay. When you played against Tom in the Raiders, you lost to the great Tom Brady. You should have a lot more respect than what you are displaying. Now, I get it. Pat Mahomes is talented at all outdoors. Let me finish. I didn't step on your toes.
That man got
Let me finish. Tom, hey, Pat Mahomes is talented. We know about his arm, getting out of the pocket, all those great things. But when it comes to situational football, consistency, and longevity, he is still in incubation stages. He has not done. Nobody who has worn a uniform has done what Tom Brady has done, as in many big games, whether it's playoffs, whether it's Super Bowls, whether it's 2-minute drives, when the game is on the line in critical situations, he has the mindset. He has the poise. And listen, let me remind you, I'm not talking because I watched it. I'm talking to you because I lived it. 3 of those Super Bowls that I won, they all ended in 2-minute situations where the great Tom Brady had to go down the field, put the game on his back, deliver to whoever, make every single play down the field to put us in position to win those games. There will be nobody in NFL history, nobody to duplicate what Tom Brady has done. There's too many pieces that need to be in place. Players, coaches, all the things that you can think of will not be a consistent like how Tom Brady has had it. He's done it with all different types. It will never be duplicated.
55
so understand what we're seeing now is history once again in the making. It's going to continue come Sunday.
That's 55 and Super Bowl 55 and Tom Brady's 10th Super Bowl.
Show some respect.
5-5.
Show some respect. Show some respect.
I'm glad you got those 3 Uncle Willie, I'm glad you got them 3 Super Bowl rings at home. But just be glad that quarterback on the other side you was playing wasn't Patrick Mahomes, because you might not have too many, brother.
Listen, man, y'all said that when Aaron Rodgers came in the league. You said it when Aaron Rodgers came in the league. You said it with Cam Newton. Andrew Luck and Tom Brady sat them down.
Okay, you see all of this emotion, all of that. I love that you guys break down the stats, all the numbers, the win-loss column. But you know, all I hear is this. You're going from your gut. This is what you know, right? What you feel. For me, I got to go with who has that je ne sais quoi. Who am I looking at right now? Like, wow, he's got that twinkle in his eye. And it's not just the power of the curl. I think it's Patrick Mahomes right now and what he's bringing to the game. All right, guys, save a little some for later. For more on this Super Bowl matchup, let's head to PFF's George Chahuri.
The greatest of all time versus the greatest of right now and maybe the next 20 years. Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, Bucks, Chiefs, Bruce versus Andy, a rematch from Week 12, which finished 27-24 in favor of the Chiefs, but was really a game of catch-up for Brady and company, at the mercy of the unstoppable Kansas City offense. Since that game, the Bucks had their bye week and have not lost another game. Brady is PFF's highest graded quarterback over that time period and finished the season behind only Aaron Rodgers. Brady's ability to throw the deep ball has been on full display this season, just what you'd expect from the oldest player in the NFL. He has the most completions, yards, and touchdowns on throws that travel 20 or more yards downfield this season. These two quarterbacks have split their first 4 meetings, but Brady has earned the better PFF grade, coming in at 86.3 compared to Mahomes' 75.6. But it won't be Brady who has to line up across from Mahomes on Sunday. That will be Jason Pierre-Paul and Shaq Barrett, who find themselves facing 2 backup offensive tackles, the names of which JPP has never heard of before, apparently. This presents an interesting situation for Mahomes, PFF's highest graded quarterback over the last 3 seasons. Against the Bills in the conference championship, the Chiefs mitigated their weak offensive line by throwing short, quick passes. Mahomes' average depth of target was just 5.7 yards, compared to his 8.6 average on the season. But he still managed 8.6 yards per pass attempt, which is above his regular season mark. Should the Bucs have trouble getting to Mahomes with their front, the blitz, it's going to provide a whole new set of issues for Tampa. Despite blitzing at the second highest rate this season, the Bucs defense wisely blitzed Mahomes on just 9 of 53 chances in Week 12. And even then, they were torched to the tune of 106 yards and 2 touchdowns. For the season, Mahomes has 18 touchdowns, 1 interception, and just 4 sacks against the blitz. Let me repeat. 18 touchdowns, 1 interception, 4 sacks against the blitz. And that means the Bucs better be darn successful against those backup tackles, or the Lombardi is taking a trip from Florida to Kansas City for the second straight time. PFF gives the Chiefs a 59% chance to do just that. But to do so, they will have to do what time simply has not, and that is beat Tom Brady. The best was saved for last this season. Super Bowl 55 is here. Buckle up.
Let's get to the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider, Ian Rappaport. And, we got the pool reports for both teams today on practice. And the Chiefs, they have a few injury issues.
Yeah, they certainly do. But let's start with maybe the biggest name who has been limited from injuries here. Antonio Brown, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers receiver, big name receiver, has been battling a knee injury last couple weeks. Actually didn't even play in the championship game despite what they thought was a day-to-day ailment. He was back on the practice field today, was limited, but still a good step in the right direction for Antonio Brown. And the certainly looks like the arrow is pointing toward him being able to play on Sunday. Then a couple of the Chiefs injuries we have been tracking, of course, Le'Veon Bell, one of their running backs battling a knee injury, was not able to play last week either. He was on the field today, albeit in a limited basis. Still good sign for him. And then Sammy Watkins, maybe one of the more underrated weapons on the Kansas City Chiefs, had 98 receiving yards in the Super Bowl last year, a key part of this offense, but he's been banged up. He was on the field today, optimistic about being able to play in the Super Bowl. Then another interesting development today. We talked to Dr. Alan Sills, the NFL's chief medical officer, about the COVID-19 issues that really plagued the entire season. Certainly surreal to just be here and have a game just a couple of days away. Maybe the most important number that Sills mentioned, 0.08%. That is the positivity rate throughout the entire NFL, much, much lower than the